Hello everyone, I'm Claire Marie B and welcome to this video where I'm going to take you through my weekly layouts setup for July. First of all, just taking you through a quick flip through of my monthly setup. If you haven't seen this video, there's a link here for you to be able to go back and watch that. So now what I'm going to do is set up my weekly spreads. These are really easy, so if you are a beginner or if you're looking for a little bit of inspiration, you can take these layouts and with a few tweaks of colour schemes or different shapes, you can apply them to whatever your theme is for that month. This is layout number 1, really simple box layout. I've used my grid guide to know where to put all of the lines on this, so if you haven't done a grid guide, again, you can set that up in a yearly setup. I'll pop a link to my yearly setup video so that you can see that here. Because my theme for July is a beach summer theme, these little life buoys are fantastic for that circle shape for me to be able to put the days of the month in. So I'm popping one of those next to each box. This will add some colour and keep the theme consistent throughout. So that's the first thing that I look for when I'm doing a weekly layout. I've put a previous bullet journal next to me on the right hand side because I'm at the start of a new bullet journal. I just needed something to give me a little bit of support on the right hand side to make things not quite as squiggly. As you can see, I've drawn a life buoy next to each of the boxes. There will be one box for each day of the week. I'm then using the same colours as I've used in my monthly spread theme, so again, keeping the consistency throughout. And then each of the days of the week I've put inside the life buoy, and I'll write the day of the week separately. And then I've used my notebook therapy stamp to put the actual calendar of the month on there and a weekly setup. I really like having a little weekly setup box at some point in my weekly spreads because I can then put things in there that doesn't matter what day of the week I do them on, but I know that they have to be done that particular week. So that's why I always like to leave one of those boxes. This is my second spread. Again, really simple. As I said, all of these are really easy, and with some tweaks, you can make them look your own. So on the previous one, we had the life buoys. You could change that to love hearts or any of the shapes that you're doing, stars, any different color scheme. This one, I've got individual little boxes, and then I'm drawing some summer doodles that I'd used in my monthly spread layout as well. And that keeps my theme consistent throughout. There's a box for each day of the week. Again, I've got the weekly list of things to do for that particular week. And then I'm just using my colours in the top boxes where I'm going to be writing the days of the week. So you can see here it's really easy for you to switch up how this looks just by putting some different colour schemes in there or different shapes. You could make the boxes circular, you could have them more rectangular, you could use up more of the space. Obviously I've left quite a bit of space there because I want to put some washi tape in, as I always do, as you can see in the top right, but you could equally make your boxes even bigger, and it's the same basic layout, just with a few tweaks you can make it look really different. This is layout number 3. Keeping the same theme, I used quite a lot of bunting in the monthly setup. That's what I'm going to use across the top to accent the days of the week here. I've done a bendy row on purpose. It's not just my normal wobbly lines where I know I go wobbly. This was purposefully dipped so that I could do the bunting pieces. And then again, the weekly section, there you can see that I've drawn out ready on the right at the bottom. I'm using the different colours that I've had for the scheme as well. So again, keeping that consistency. And I'm just going to fill those in randomly across all the pages, and then I'll just put 3 letters for the first days of the week on there as well. And that's number 3 pretty much done. Just got to put the days of the week in there and then it's finished. I also usually write in the number as well of the day of the week. One thing that I did notice when I did this one, I didn't do my stamp on this page. I did a much longer weekly list and not the stamp. I do quite like having the stamp because it's easy reference for me to see what week of the month I'm up to, and it's just really useful. It's something I'm really used to with work and things like that. So on to number 4. This one is so easy to repeat. Because I've done flags on the first page, I've created flag poles and on the left and right hand side of the pages, and then I'm going to be colouring those in all random with my theme colours for the month, and they will make up the headers for the days of the week. I did something a little bit similar to this in April, which is why, as I'm saying, you can repeat these and use these as a basic, and it's so interesting how you can then, just with colour scheme changes and a few little tweaks, you can make them look really different to the theme that you're doing that particular month. So in April, I did this as wooden signposts out in the countryside, which looked kind of cool. I thought I did anyway. Is number 4. So on to the final one for the month, number 5. This one, again, I'm keeping quite simple and easy. I really like to have, at least once in the month, a big section. I'll sometimes do a 1 page where I put all the weekly things that I need to do, and on the other side of the page I'll just put small boxes for whatever's happening within that week, such as any events or any notes that I want to take. I have a holiday coming up in July, so I know that I'm going to be really busy sorting things out for that towards the end of the month. And I also have lots of things happening September, October, so I'm going to put a 1-pager on this on the right hand side where I'm going to put all of my to-do things, and a lot of those may carry over into the beginning of September. On the left-hand side, I'm keeping it really simple with the individual boxes, and I'm drawing a little summer doodle in there of my surfboard, and then I'm going to be putting a box around this to have a border of my weekly tasks to do. Because I have so much space on this side, I'm able to put a little summer inspiration there. So sky above, sand below, peace within is going to be my little mantra for the month of July. The next thing I'm doing is just going back to my stamp sections where I've got the monthly calendar at a glance, and I'm blacking out any of the days that aren't relevant for that particular month. So that's up to the 30th of June, and then the Sunday as well at the end of the last week, and then I'm just writing in each of the days of the week on there as well. I like to then take a coloured pen, again keeping in the coloured theme, and just highlight which week it is in there, and that's how I like to finish off my calendar so that I can see at a glance where I'm up to, and it helps with my planning as well. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed my content, click subscribe and you'll be notified of my future videos when I post them. Have a great July, everyone.